taking a moment to feel that connection through the sitting bones. And you can rest the hands wherever it feels comfortable, the knees, the lap. You can have the legs out long, you can cross them, again, whatever feels really comfortable for you. And then if again it feels nice, you can soften the gaze or close the eyes. And we're just going to take a moment to settle in, to ground into this moment, to just take a pause. To start to breathe in and out of the nose, maybe a sigh out of the mouth, whatever comes naturally. Maybe you just feel the gentle expansion of the belly, the skin contracting and releasing, the awareness of the shoulders just softening down, and the muscles in the face begin to relax a little bit. And there's an invitation here to just scan the body, maybe from the feet up through the legs and through the spine, into the arms, the head, just noticing how the body's feeling today. Just tuning in a little bit more mindfully to any sensations we might be experiencing, any tightness or tension. And with the breath, perhaps invite a sense of ease and softness. And hopefully throughout the practice today, we can begin to let go of some of that tightness. We can ease into the muscles a little bit and find a bit more mobility through our joints and ligaments. So just a couple more rounds of breath, just like this, breathing in, breathing out. And not being too bothered if the mind chatters off, just gently come back to the breath and the body. And then when we come to another exhale, just gently bow the chin down to the chest, stretching through the back of the neck, and gently begin to blink the eyes open. And then start to draw the ear over to one side, taking a little side stretch of the neck. And then dropping the chin back down, taking another little semicircle, stretching the neck over to the other side. So just repeating this action, mindfully feeling the back of the neck as we move from one side to the other. Maybe you just relax the jaw a little bit, part the lips so you can really feel the weight of the jaw as you drop down. Apologies, I've just now got an Amazon delivery. Oh, always the best timing. And then just a couple more, left, right. And then eventually coming back to center, start to lift the chin up. As we lift the chin, inhale, reach the arms, big, big stretch. And exhale, just pull the arms down and take the fingertips behind you, just out to the side, a little bit further away, and maybe just lean back, lift the chest, lift the chin. So now we're opening the throat. And then we'll slowly come back forward. Just ground into the left fingertips or the right, and just take a lovely side stretch, really gentle stretch of the arm overhead. Just easing in here, maybe take a circle of the arm one way, then the other, getting into the shoulder. And then we'll come up through center, ground the fingertips down and take the other arm. Nice, so feeling the rib cage open here. Again, maybe take some circles one way and then the other. Lifting up and out of the armpit. And then we'll come back through to center. And we're just going to inhale, take the arms out to the side. Exhale, draw the hands together, chin to chest. Inhale to open. And then exhale, round a little bit through the back of the spine. Sit back a little bit as you drop the chin down, and then inhale to come forward. So again, just move with the breath, exhaling hands together, inhaling hands open. And you might find a little bit of movement, maybe you quicken the pace, just see how it feels. Just a couple more. And then when you feel ready, just drop the arms down, give the shoulders a little wiggle. And we're going to come on to all fours. So bringing the hands under the shoulders, knees under the wrists. And you can tuck the toes here and just sit back a little bit, stretching the fascia of the feet. So putting the weight into the heels, but we're stretching the toes a little bit. This might feel a bit uncomfortable if we're not used to stretching the feet in this way. If it is too much, just gently untuck the toes and then maybe come back. Lovely. And then coming through to all fours, we're just going to inhale, reach the right fingertips up, taking a nice side stretch here. And then exhale, thread the arm under the left, taking the side of the head down, hips over the knees, and maybe reach the fingertips to the top of the mat. So the left fingertips to the top, so threading the needle. Lovely, just breathing here, just a couple of breaths. Really allowing the weight of the shoulder to pull down. And on an inhale, press yourself back up to all fours. Ground into the right hand, inhale, left fingertips up, open to the side. And exhale, taking it over to the other side, arm under, side of the head down. Maybe reach the right fingertips to the top of the mat now. Stretching a little bit through the armpit, hips over the knees. And allow the weight of the chest and the shoulders to melt down. Nice. And then on an inhale, come back through to all fours. Tucking the toes, we're going to sit back towards the heels. Just walk the hand back towards the knees. Start to come back to a little forward fold. So we sit back towards the heels and maybe press the hips up, coming into a wide feet about hip width apart. Soft the knees and take a nice forward fold here. Maybe shake a little bit side to side. Just allowing the hips to loosen, the shoulders, the neck. And then we're going to come all the way up to standing. Taking a big stretch with the arms. Lovely big stretch. And then bring the hands down. And we're just going to move the body a little bit here before we move through some flows. And we're going to play with some stability and balance today. So just always having a bit of a play, but keep the feet hip width apart. We're just going to wake the body up a little bit. So feel free to come to the middle of the mat, or you've just got some space to move your arms. And we're just going to kind of start by swinging, softening the knees, just kind of really letting the arms be floppy and breathing. And then shaking in any way that feels good. Maybe you want to kind of swing with the legs up and down. Just kind of having a play here. Just no expectation. Maybe you close the eyes. Maybe you swing the arms up and down. Maybe you shake a leg, one and then the other. Maybe you kind of bounce and kind of shake the hands off as if you're shaking the week out. So just really allowing some free movement through the body. Be as open as you like. And then gently just slow it down. And we'll bring the feet together, top of the mat. You can bring the big toes to touch, or you can have a little wider stance, whatever, again, feels most grounding for you. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Soften the knees as we come down through the center to a forward fold. Release the head and the hands down. Weight into the toes. And on an inhale, we just bring the hands to the shins or the thighs. And we take a halfway lift here, drawing the belly up towards the spine. Exhale, lower. Step the right leg back, dropping the knee down, coming into a lunge. So untuck the toe if that feels nice, or reach the arms up. Lovely big open stretch here. And maybe take the arms a little bit wider, like you're holding a big exercise ball. So we're not crunching to the ears, and nice and wide here. And you can sink a little bit deeper if that feels good, or you can kind of come into more of a box by lifting up and out of the hips. And then bring the hand down. Straighten the left leg towards you as you draw the toes towards you, sitting back towards the knees. We call this a runner's stretch. Lovely. So inhaling to lift the chest, maybe folding forward. And keep a softness in the knees. We're not locking it out. And then maybe take the fingertips to the ground. You can take them close to the foot or out to the side for a bit of balance. Maybe hands to the hip as we twist open to the side. So just a nice extra twist here. The closer we have the hand into the foot, the more intense the stretch. So the wider, the more open, the closer, the more there's the pull on the glute muscle. And then we'll bring the hand down, start to shift forward, step back, the left foot to meet the right. And then we're just here in plank, and then we drop the knees, drop to the belly or to child's pose. And then we'll inhale, take a cobra, exhale to lower, and then pressing up to all fours. And then there's two variations. You can drop to the forearms to take a downward dog, or you can tuck the toes and lift the hips. Coming up onto the toes, feet about hip width apart, hips high as we press the shoulders away, look through the legs, and create an upside down triangle. Maybe give the hips a little shake. Just find a bit of movement. And then from here, dropping the left knee down and step the right leg forward. So coming back to all fours and then stepping the right foot forwards, and then inhale, lifting the arms up. So again, take the arms nice and wide, open here, either sinking a bit down into the hip to open the flexor, or coming out of the hip to engage the core and the back leg. Remembering to breathe. And then exhale, bring the hand down and draw the right toes towards you, coming into that runner's stretch. So staying here, inhaling, and then folding forward if that feels nice. See if you can find an ease through the body. It's not uncommon to kind of start tensing in different places. Can you find just a softness? And then maybe taking the left fingertips down, right hand to the hip as maybe we twist. So a bit of balance here. So you can take the hand as wide as you need to kind of steady yourself. Keep the hand to the hip if that feels nice. And then bring the hands down. Draw the foot forward again. This time, step back to plank again. Dropping to the knees, lowering to the belly. Inhaling, lift the chest a little bit for a little cobra. Exhale, we lower back down. And this time, press up and come to a wide child's pose. Take the knees wide. Sitting back on the heels, drop the forehead down. Just release the hands a little bit, soften the elbows. You can create a little pillow with the fists to rest your forehead on, if that feels a bit more comfortable, or you can just come to the forearm. So taking a variation that feels nice. And just a couple of breaths here. Lovely, one more breath, staying for the exhale. And then slowly coming back up to all fours, bringing the knees under the hip points, tuck the toes. And then we'll either sit back towards the heels and drop onto the forearms for a down dog, or start to lift the hips, coming high onto the toes, soften the knees. Imagine you're working your chest towards your thighs, but you're pressing up and out of the arms, so we're lengthening the spine. And then we're going to walk ourselves up towards a forward fold. Weight into the toes as we allow the head to be heavy, the arms. And then with an inhale, we're going to press, coming all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands down through center. Just take a moment in mountain posture. Really nice. So grounding into the left foot here, we're going to inhale. You can bring the hands to the hips. We're going to lift the right leg just a little bit, getting a bit of mobility and flexion through the hip here. And then we're going to start to press the foot back, and we're going to step back into a warrior two. So our front foot is facing forward and bending the knee, and the back foot, the side edge is parallel to the back edge of the mat. So I'm kind of in this opposite direction. And then I sink down into the knee, I'm pressing into my feet, so I'm not kind of collapsing, I'm nice and strong through the legs. So my right leg is straight and the toes are pointing kind of parallel to the mat, and my front leg is pointing this way. Lovely. And you can widen or shorten the stance. So you might want to just move your front leg a little bit further forward. There we go. And then reach the arms away. Lovely. Look through the left middle finger. Really nice. It's a strong posture. Ground through the feet. Press into the big toes. And then we're going to inhale, flip the left palm, reach forward. Drop the right hand down, and then scoop yourself up and back. So we're taking a nice side stretch here. If you can, keep the front knee bent. If not, straighten the leg. Lovely. So just a little side stretch here. Inhaling, reaching the fingertips away. And then as you exhale, start to bend that front leg again and draw the left elbow to the left thigh. Try not to just kind of go, oh, here I am, I'm going to collapse here. See if you can still get a bit of lift through the side. And then maybe take the right arm and do a light sweep of the arm up and over. Maybe reach the fingertips up high. If that's too much, you can just bring it to the hip. But think about opening the chest. Notice if you're kind of rounding forward, maybe take a circle backwards with the shoulder. So it's again a strong posture. Wherever we are, if you need to just come up, take a rest, then come back down. This is absolutely fine. And then we're going to reach the arms out. We're going to straighten the front leg and take that side bend again. So right hand is down, left arm's up and over. Really nice. So keeping both legs straight, lovely. So this is called Peaceful Warrior. And then we're going to bring ourselves, turn towards the front of the mat, bring the hands down, drop the right knee. So we're coming into the lunge again. You can have the toes untucked. Press the right hand into the ground and start to twist open to the left. So you can keep the hand on the knee or to the hip or to the ceiling. So we're twisting a little bit through our lunge. And then bring the hand down, lift the back leg, step back to plank. So again, lowering to the knees, or then taking it all the way to the belly or to a child pose. Inhale a little cobra, exhale, release. And then we're going to tuck the toes, press up through all fours, take the knees wide, just take a little rest in child's pose. You can soften the arms again, create a little pillow with the hands, or you can come up to the forearms. So just take a moment to catch your breath before we move on to the other side. So the warrior two postures are really strong, strengthening postures to practice for the leg. One more breath here, stay for the exhale. And then on your inhale, start to come up through all fours, bring the knees under the hips and tucking the toes, and start to walk the hands back towards the knees, coming back up onto the feet and bringing yourself up to standing, and then coming to the front of the mat. So just having a little play with how we transition. So I'm just going to swap sides so you can see. So grounding into the right foot this time, inhale, lift the left knee up. Get that balance, softness in that standing leg. Maybe give the ankle a little wiggle. And then start to press the left foot back behind you and step the foot out to the side. So again, now the back edge, the side edge of my left foot is parallel with the back edge of my mat. I'm pressing into the little toe, and my front foot is facing forward, and I'm bending into that front leg. So again, lengthen or shorten the stance. And imagine you're now facing the side of your mat. So you're not looking forward, you're looking to the side. So there's a lot going on here. And then reach the arms away. Lovely, really good. So imagine yourself like a swan. Everything's going on at the bottom, but you're soft and graceful at the top. Lovely. Look through the right middle finger. Pull the hands in the opposite direction. Really ground through the feet. And then flip the right palm up, drop the left hand down as we reach forward, and then scoop the arm all the way back. Lovely, side stretch on the other side. So you can keep the knee bent or straightened, whatever feels comfortable for you. So just play here. Lovely, feel the opening through the right rib. And then on an exhale, bend into the front leg, start to bring the elbow down. And then again, take a sweep of the left arm coming into side angle. So you can have the arm on the shoulder, the hip, but just think about opening the chest rather than collapsing forward. So wherever we are, that's okay. If you need to come up and just kind of shake and then come back down, absolutely fine. It's not about pushing yourself, it's just giving things a go. So side angles are really strong posture for the inner thighs. You'll feel it in the front leg. And then we're going to reach the arms away, start to straighten the front leg, come all the way up and reverse it again. So left hand down, right arm up. Lovely. The hips are going. I'm with you here. So just one more side stretch. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then we're going to start to come through, face the front foot, bring the right knee, the left knee down. So the left knee's down, the right leg is in front. And we're going to press into the left hand and we're going to twist to the right now. So right fingertips are up, coming to a twisted low lunge. Hand on the hip or the knee, reaching up with the fingertips. And then exhale, bring the hand down. Again, step back to plank or all fours. Take a child pose or lower to the belly. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. And then press up to all fours. And again, take the knees wide, take a little child pose. So we'll all meet together, either forehead on the floor, on a little pillow. You can come up onto the forearms, but just again, allow yourself to completely soften here. Find an ease in the body. One more breath, staying for the exhale again. And then slowly coming up through to all fours. Tuck the toes, sit back towards the heels, come back towards the knees, and we'll come up to standing this way. So coming to stand in the middle of your mat, we're going to play with a little bit of balance here. So building more strength in the legs, that stability through the core. So we're really thinking about these muscles that run across the belly and through to the back. So grounding into the left foot, we're going to lift the right leg up. So already we're actively engaging the hip flexor here. And then we're going to play with straightening out the arms and taking the leg out to the side. You might feel a bit of cramping here or through the glute. Play with flexing or pointing the ankle. And then play with moving, bending that standing leg and seeing where the balance takes you. So we call this fallen star. So maybe you drop even lower. Really find the softness in the legs so you can play with the wobbles. Nice. Draw the belly in as we come back through to center. You can drop the foot down for a little bit of balance. So we're going to lift the leg up, keep the hands out to the side or to the hips for balance. We're going to start to push that foot back, coming into a warrior three. So again, a softness in the leg. Flex the foot by pressing the foot away. Maybe come to the hands just to balance. You can drop the foot down. Again, play with that standing leg, that stability. Draw the belly up towards the back body. Ooh, wobble. And then bring the foot through. Lift the leg one more time. And then drop the foot down. Give the standing leg a little massage. Really good. So we're going to take that to the other side. So feet back hip width apart, grounding into the right foot this time. Lift the left leg. Engage that hip flexor. So we're not passively holding, we're actively lifting the leg using the hip flexor. And then we're going to start to straighten it out towards the side. Flex and point the foot. You might find that one leg's more stable or you feel more stable. And again, soften the standing knee, and you'll see that your feet, your toes are constantly firing up. Maybe take the arms wide, see where you can go, dropping the foot if you need, and then coming up, playing with the wobbles, and then coming through again. Lift the leg, keep the arms out or to the hips, start to press the foot back to warrior three. Drawing the belly up. Try not to collapse into the hip. Can we lift up and away? Drop to the hands if you need, or drop the foot down and then come back up. So reground yourself whenever you need to. Flex the like the toes down towards the ground. And then see if we can start to bend the leg coming back through to standing. Lift the knee one last time and then drop it down. Give the calf a little rub, the thigh. Really, really good. Nice. So coming to stand back at the top of the mat. We're going to move through that warrior two flow again, just so we can pick up the sequence. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale as you bring the hands down, ground into the left foot, lift the right leg up, start to press the foot back and step into warrior two. So the front foot is facing forward, my back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat, and my legs are opening wide, my arms reach away. Really nice. Pressing into the big toes. Flip my left palm to face up, drop my right hand down, lift the left arm up and over like a rainbow. You can keep the front leg bent or straighten the leg. So we're reaching up and over, stretching like a side stretch. Lovely. And then on another inhale or an exhale, start to bend the front leg, draw the left elbow to the thigh, and sweep the right arm up and over the face. Really nice. Remember, we can drop the hand to the hip. We can take a circle of the shoulder. We can come up at any point, take a little shake, and then bend, gently rest the elbow, open up through the chest. This is a really strong grounding posture. Press into the feet. Lovely. Really good. And then reach the arms away, come all the way up, straighten the front leg and sweep the left arm over, side stretch. Really nice. And then start to turn towards the front of the mat. Bring the hands down. Drop the right knee, coming into that lunge. Right hand on the ground, and we twist to the left. Maybe take the fingertips towards the back edge of the mat just to open the shoulder. So we'll sweep the arm behind you, and then sweep the arm back through. And this time we're just going to step back to all fours. Just take a little child's pose. Just take a moment here to rest. Just soften here. And then drawing the hands back towards the knees, tuck the toes, and just press ourselves up to the feet, coming through to standing. So again, coming to stand at the top edge of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you bring the hands down through center, ground into the right foot this time, lift the left knee and start to press the foot back, stepping into warrior two. So front foot is bent in the knee, facing forward, and we're pressing out through the side of the foot, parallel with the back edge of the mat. The thighs are opening, reach the arms away. Lovely, strong base. Flip the right palm, drop the left hand, reach forward, up and over. Brilliant. Feel the opening through the right armpit. Exhale, remember, soften the face, but strong legs. Really nice. And then on an inhale or an exhale, just on your next breath, bring the right elbow to the right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over, and you can take a circle sweep of the arm one way and then the other. Draw the belly in a little bit, press into the feet. Coming up and out if you need, give a shake and then come back. So again, these postures are really strong. On your next breath, take the arms out to the side. Start to come up straight in the front leg and sweep the right arm up and over. Drop the left hand down to the thigh. Yeah, that's it. So swap the arms over. Lovely. And then again, we'll start to come down towards the front of the mat, coming into that low lunge. Drop the left knee down. Press into the left hand as we bring the right hand to the knee, the hip, and we twist open. And again, imagine sweeping the fingertips towards the back edge of the mat or up to the ceiling. And then we'll bring the hand down towards the foot. And this time, step back to all fours again and take a child's pose. You can bring the knees together, hands to the heels. You can take the knees wide, arms out. Or you can create a little fist, rest your forehead. But imagine here just letting the belly soften against the thighs. Breathing out through the back of the rib cage. Just letting everything settle back down. The breath gently slows. And then slowly coming up through to all fours, and then taking yourself down onto the belly. Take the feet down, press into the tops of the feet, and press down into the tops of the hands, so the palms are facing up and the forehead's on the ground. We're going to press into the tops of the feet, press into the tops of the thighs, press into the hip bones. Draw the belly up to meet the back body. So imagine meeting the belly with the spine. And on our next inhale, we're just going to lift the top half of the body like we do in Cobra, but we're bringing the hands to the side. So coming into locust. So we're squeezing the bottom here, engaging the back muscles, drawing the shoulders down the back, and then exhale to lower. If it feels uncomfortable being on your back, you can come to all fours and you can sit back towards the heels and just open the chest this way, maybe lifting the hips up. Sometimes people's back can feel a bit uncomfortable. And then we're going to take the legs up this time. So pressing down into the forehead, imagine gluing the top half of the body down, draw the belly up towards the spine again, press into the hips. As we inhale, we're going to lift the legs off. Squeeze the glutes, just lifting the legs off this time. See if we can keep the top half of the body down onto the ground. So keep the forehead lowered. Squeezing the glutes, point the toes, and then exhale to lower. Again, if that's uncomfortable on your belly, you can take to all fours and you can practice lifting one leg and then the other leg. And you can engage the hands as well, one arm and the opposite leg together. So if we're on the belly, we're going to put the locust together. So we're going to put the top half and the lower half together now. So pressing into the hips, squeeze the glutes, draw the belly up towards the spine. We're going to inhale, lift the legs and the chest, and imagine we're flying. Use the breath here. You might want to breathe out through the mouth. Really feel the back body, the glutes, lifting as high as feels comfortable for you. Exhale, and then lower down. Just bring the arms to create a little pillow for the forehead. Let the heels roll out, big toes to touch if that feels good. Take a little pause. So as we rest here on the belly, if that has become uncomfortable, you can come to all fours and you can practice lifting one arm and the opposite leg and then lowering and taking the other leg down as well. Imagine drawing the belly up. So whatever feels most comfortable for you, we're going to do that once more. So taking the hands down by the side of the body, press into the tops of the feet, press into the hips, draw the belly in, squeeze the glutes, and inhale, lift everything up. Use the inhale as a lifting and the exhale as a grounding through the hips. Lovely, really strong. Lowering and coming up. Taking a rest if you need. It's not about how long you can hold it. So imagine you're engaging the shoulders, the back muscles that run all along the spine. So if you put your hands there, you might be able to feel an activation of those muscles. And then lowering, taking a rest, either on the belly or you can sit back to child's pose, whatever feels good for you. Just really let everything soften here. And then we'll gently press the hands under the shoulders, press up to all fours. Take the knees in one at a time and then we'll sit back. Take the legs out long and just give them a little shake. Inhale, reach the arms up, just take a twist to the left. And then take a twist to the right. And then taking the feet to the ground, we're just going to activate the core a little bit more. So again, doing as much or as little as feels comfortable for you. We're going to take the hands behind the knees, lift the chest up. Imagine we're shining the chest forward, the heart forward. And it's quite natural to start to round through the upper back. See if we can keep that engaged. We don't have to lift the chin up, but it's just this sense of shining forward. And maybe we start to sit back a little bit, coming onto the heels, and maybe we lift the heels off. So coming into boat posture. Maybe we hold onto the knees here, or we let the hands go. And we immediately feel those muscles switching on, breathing and smiling. You can play with pointing, flexing the toes. You can drop the feet at any point, just take a little hug or a twist, whatever feels comfortable. And then we'll come back into it. So we're sitting back on the sitting bones, we're lifting the shins up, maybe a little bit higher, lifting the chest, draw the belly in, use the hip flexors, and then drop the feet down. Take the feet wide, just allow yourself to kind of let the head go, rest the belly. You can feel free to kind of lift the chest up if that feels good. Sitting back on the hands, you can drop the knees side to side. Nice. So we're going to do that once more. So take the hands behind the knees, start to shift back, lift the feet up, holding out the arms here, lifting the chest. Imagine squeezing the belly and the thighs together, smiling, maybe lifting, dropping one toe, really engaging here, and then drop it down. This time, take the feet to the ground. Take the hands behind you and we'll just lift the hips. Just a gentle reverse tabletop. And then we'll bring the hips down. Taking the legs out long. Soften the knees, soften the feet, and just let yourself flop here. Flop forward. Release the chin. If that feels a bit uncomfortable, folding forward, you can take the feet together and you can just let yourself fold forward in a butterfly if that feels a bit more comfortable. But just allow yourself to round through the spine, let the head be heavy. Again, breathing through the back body, the shoulders. letting everything go. Really nice. And then gently coming up, taking the right leg out long, drawing the left foot in, turning the belly to face the left knee, drop the right hand on the inner thigh, and we're going to take a side stretch over. So again, it's not about how far you can get down, it's reaching up and out of the armpit. Lovely. So we're opening the chest, maybe taking a circle of the arm again, one way, and then the other. Lifting up and out. And then inhale, coming up with the left hand. Take it just behind you to prop you up and draw the back of the right hand to the knee as we twist. Keep the right foot flexed by drawing the toes up a little bit. And then really imagine moving from the rib cage. Draw the shoulder blades together. Nice. And then grounding down into the left hand, we're going to take the weight into the hand. We're going to start to lift the hips up, coming onto the left shin. So you start to press the hip up, pointing the right toes, maybe reach the right arm up and over. So modified wild thing, we call this a lovely opening for the front body. Big inhale of a breath and exhale, we bring it all the way down. Take the left leg out long now and bring the right foot into the thigh and turn the torso to face the right knee. Drop the left hand down to the inner calf and reach the arm up and over, taking a side stretch here. So reaching away with the right fingertips, opening out through the right rib cage. Lovely. Again, taking some circles if that's nice. And then one way, the other. So just kind of find what feels good a little bit. You might notice that actually I want to open a bit more. I want to maybe fold. Just start to listen to what kind of comes up in the body. Nice. So really tuning in. And inhale, exhale. And then we're going to come up, take the right hand behind us, take the left hand to the knee and just twist through the rib cage, drawing the shoulder blades together. Just draw the left toes up a little bit, bend in the knee, just soften, try not to lock everything out. But there's an active engagement through the body, twisting through the belly. Inhale and exhale, remembering to breathe. And then grounding into the right hand, start to press into the hand as we lift the hips up, coming onto the right shin, point the left toes, reach the left arm up and over behind us. Engage the glutes a little bit, squeezing the bottom, lifting up through the side of the body. And as we inhale, exhale brings us back down. Lovely. So taking both knees in now, plant the feet on the ground. We're going to slowly lower ourselves onto our backs. Take the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a roll here. You can take the legs as wide as feels comfortable. You can have them into the body. Nice. So we're going to plant the feet on the ground. We're going to take the hands beside us. Make sure the feet are about hip-width apart, knees are pointing up, and we're going to draw the belly down towards the spine, snuggle the shoulders underneath you so you feel flat against the mat. Press into the feet as you squeeze the glutes, start to lift the hips up, coming into bridge posture. So really engage through the soles of the feet so you're not just kind of using the lower back to lift you up. And then exhale, lower down. So inhaling lifts and our exhale lowers. Maybe we integrate the arms as we lift up. We take the arms all the way overhead. Let the hands rest down. And as we exhale, we bring the arms and the hips all the way back down together. So start to integrate the movement with the breath. You might be moving at your own pace now. And we're being mindful of the movement through the spine. So we're really connecting to the spine here, feeling the vertebrae as we lift up and down. Maybe 2 more wherever we are. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower. When we come to our final exhale, take the feet wide and let the knees drop in together so they rest against each other, and then just rest the hands on the belly. Take a pause here. Lovely. And then taking the feet back into the center, take the soles of the feet together, let the knees open wide, recline butterfly here, and take the arms overhead and just bend at the elbows a little bit. So we're taking a really nice open posture here. Let the lower back round a little bit. And we just really let the weight of the knees pull the hips open a little bit more. This is a really nice passive posture, great to practice at the end of the day, or if you just really need to kind of open everything up. Let the belly be open and expansive as you breathe in, and feel the releasing of the muscles with that exhale. And then slowly bringing the hands down to the outside of the thighs, just gently guide the knees back up together. Drawing the left foot down to the ground, take the right knee into the chest here. Give yourself a squeeze. Cross the right knee over the left leg and just shift the hips a little bit over towards the left as you draw the left knee down towards the right side. If that feels uncomfortable, just start to work the right foot a little bit further out so the ankle's resting on the knee rather than having a full cross leg. If it feels completely uncomfortable, just completely uncross the right foot so you're in just a wide twist. So play with what feels comfortable, but then allow the arms to be heavy, the shoulders to be heavy, and we feel that twist through the left rib cage. Twisting is great for kind of relieving feelings of bloatedness and sluggishness. You know, when we're feeling a bit kind of twisting can be a great way to kind of release and rinse and get everything moving again. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. And then gently, wherever we are, uncrossing the right foot, draw the knees back up to center. Take the right foot to the ground, draw the left knee into the chest this time, giving yourself a squeeze, maybe just a little rock through the hip. And then crossing the left leg over the right, just shift the hips a little bit to the right side as we draw the knees over towards the left this time. And again, if it's too much with the full leg cross, you can just start to ease maybe the ankle to the knee, or completely uncross it if that feels more comfortable. So again, take a variation that feels like there's some opening happening, but there's no forcing or tightness or pain happening. Don't want any pain. And then really think about expanding the breath into the right side of the body, the right rib cage. And then staying for an exhale. Slowly uncross the legs, take the knees back up through center, draw both knees into the chest this time. Take the knees wide and maybe just start to take some circles a little bit, one way and then the other. And then we're just going to straighten the legs. This might feel a bit uncomfortable, so just soften the knees if you need to, but just let the arms hang out to the side and let the feet just hang floppy here, and allow the blood to rush down the legs here. So you don't have to worry about trying to straighten them. You can have a softness in the knees as if the thighs are resting on the belly and the ankles are soft. But this is a great posture to practice to kind of get the blood flow back up to the head. You can rest the backs of the heels against a wall, or you can even bring them to a chair. But just a couple more breaths here, legs up high. Call this waterfall posture. And then slowly bring the feet down and then just let them flop onto the mat. A nice kind of rebound effect through the heels. So lift the knees up again and then let the feet flop down to the ground. So there's a nice kind of proprioception. One more time, inhale, lift the knees and then let the feet flop. And then before we come to our relaxation, just take any final movements, stretches that feel like you want to take. So maybe a full body stretch or some twists, whatever feels like you want to take it now. Just allow that movement in the body. And then this is where I invite you to get the blanket or a pillow and just make yourself a little relaxing nest here. And then you can take the legs out long, you can take a pillow under the head, you can rest a pillow under the knees, let the weight of the blanket come onto the body. And we're going to take a 5 minutes, no more, of complete relaxation. And just know that when it's time to come up, you'll be guided. So find a comfortable position, last little wiggles or fidgets. And then really let the body take up space. The ankles are heavy, the knees, the hips, the spine, the belly, the shoulders, the arms, the head. Everything is heavy here. And the weight of the body is completely supported. So you can consciously and actively allow yourself to let go here. Giving yourself that permission to do nothing. And as you begin to soften the body with an inhale and an exhale, you might find that the mind starts to chatter and take you on its own little journey. And if you catch that, just smile, acknowledge, and then come back to the breath. Breathing in, I am here. Breathing out, I am here. Just an easy breath in and an easy breath out. Completely at peace. In the slow, steady flow of breath. That ocean-like sound coming in and leaving the body. And perhaps as you take this moment here, completely still, completely peaceful, you allow a spaciousness to be invited in with the inhale. And as you exhale, you maybe allow something to leave the body, whatever that is for you. Imagine the inhale as an inspiration, an invitation for something new, maybe. And as we exhale, there's an expiration. Something expires and leaves. And we soften just a little bit deeper. Again, if the mind chatters, gets swept along in a conversation, we smile, no judgment, and just come back to the breath in the body and the peacefulness of doing nothing. Just a slow, audible breath in and out. No hurry. An easy breath, easy body, easy mind. And softly, we just begin to draw our awareness now from the breath back into the body and the contact of the body against the ground, wherever you find yourself. And we just feel the hardness of that ground beneath us, supporting the back body, becoming aware of the spine and the head, maybe the back of the legs. We start to find a little bit of movement here, just an invitation to come back into our environment, our space. But again, there's no rush, no hurry. But maybe the ankles, the fingers and toes, the wrists, just start to wake back up. And maybe that movement travels up the arms and the legs into the hips and shoulders. Maybe we start to twist and just wiggle a little bit. The spine, maybe up into the neck. You might yawn and kind of scrunch and stretch the face. And as we move, the breath just deepens a bit more, maybe an exhale through the mouth. And the invitation is there to come to a comfortable seat or to stay on your back. So wherever you feel most comfortable, and then wherever you land, whether it's on your back or in a seat, just bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. The eyes are still soft, maybe the gaze is down. And we'll just take a big breath into the hands to really feel the expansion of the breath as we breathe in. And exhale again, just let something go from the day, from the week. Just let it go. And then we'll just bring the chin to the chest, blink the eyes open. Thank you very much for practicing and joining today. It was lovely to guide you as always. And in your own time, just coming back into the